Sometimes the gaming world needs a reminder that not every adventure requires gritty realism or complex mechanics to be thoroughly entertaining. Trident's Tale, the latest offering from 3D Clouds, serves as exactly that reminder. A colourful, wholesome pirate romp that prioritises fun and charm over technical wizardry. You step into the boots of Ocean, a spirited young woman with dreams of becoming a legendary pirate. When skeletal villains attack her home and kidnap her guardian, she embarks on a quest to collect fragments of a mythical storm trident whilst proving her worth on the high seas. It's a classic setup that feels wonderfully familiar without being stale. What struck me immediately was the game's unabashed commitment to being cheerful. This isn't a dark, gritty take on piracy. Instead, it's the kind of adventure that reminds you why you fell in love with games in the first place. The dialogue is pepped with delightfully cheesy pirate puns and dad jokes that had me chuckling more often than I care to admit. Trident's Tale splits its time between land-based exploration and naval adventures, and both have their distinct charms. On land, you'll navigate platforming sections, solve environmental puzzles, and engage in combat that, whilst simple, feels satisfying enough for the game's target audience. The real joy comes from exploration. Each island feels distinct and inviting, packed with hidden treasures and side quests that reward curiosity. During my playthrough, I found myself constantly distracted by shiny objects and secret areas, exactly what you want from a treasure hunting adventure. Ship combat, whilst not revolutionary, captures the essence of naval warfare nicely. Your vessel can become customised with different sails, cannons and figureheads, each affecting your ship's performance. These sailor mechanics feel intuitive. The more sails mean more speed but less manoeuvrability, creating tactical decisions even in this family-friendly adventure. As Ocean's journey progresses, she recruits a diverse crew, each member bringing unique abilities to both land and sea encounters. These range from musical attacks that make enemies dance to elemental powers that freeze foes in place. It's a clever system that adds strategic depth without overwhelming younger players. The combat itself is straightforward. Light attacks, heavy attacks, and dodging form the core mechanics. Whilst it won't challenge action game veterans, it strikes a balance for its intended audience. Boss fights require learning patterns and using crew abilities strategically, creating some genuine moments of tension and satisfaction. Trident's Tale art style immediately brings Sea of Thieves to mind, with more vibrant colours and cartoonish character designs. The world feels alive, with whales swimming freely, NPC ships going about their business, and each island offering its own visual personality. Whilst the graphics aren't cutting edge, they serve the game's aesthetic perfectly. There are occasional technical hiccups, frame rate drops, and the odd glitch, but nothing that significantly impacts the experience. The charm of the presentation far outweighs any technical shortcomings. The soundtrack deserves special mention, providing dramatic backing tracks that perfectly complement both exploration and combat. Weapon sounds pack surprising punch, and the voice acting, whilst occasionally over the top, fits the game's light-hearted tone perfectly. I must admit the skeleton enemies' repetitive one-liners did start to grate after several hours, but it's a minor complaint in an otherwise well-crafted audio experience. Where Trident's Tale truly excels is in its accessibility. This is a game that families can enjoy together, offering enough depth to engage adults whilst remaining approachable for younger players. The E for Everyone rating feels entirely appropriate, with themes of friendship and adventure taking centre stage. The bite-sized approach to quests and exploration works brilliantly. Islands and dungeons can be completed in manageable chunks of time, making it perfect for players with limited game time or shorter attention spans. It would be dishonest of me not to mention some of Trident's Tale's rougher edges. The auto-save system can be really inconsistent, occasionally setting you back further than expected after death. Some combat encounters can feel overwhelming when multiple enemies attack simultaneously, and the camera occasionally struggles in tight spaces. The game also doesn't break much new ground mechanically. If you're seeking innovative gameplay or challenging puzzles, you might find Trident's Tale too familiar. However, executing well-established mechanics competently is hardly a failing. Trident's Tale knows exactly what it wants to be, a wholesome, accessible pirate adventure that prioritises charm over complexity. It succeeds admirably in this goal, delivering an experience that feels like a warm hug from the golden age of family gaming. Whilst it may not push any boundaries or offer groundbreaking innovations, it provides something equally valuable: pure, uncomplicated fun. In a gaming landscape often obsessed with pushing limits and challenging conventions, Trident's Tale offers a refreshing reminder that sometimes the best adventures are the ones that simply make you smile. For families seeking a shared gaming experience, younger players ready for their first action adventure, or anyone wanting a cheerful escape from more demanding titles, Trident's Tale delivers exactly what it promises. It's a treasure definitely worth discovering. And if this review has been useful, then please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another review very soon.
Finish him!